Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video lecture, we'll learn about how to memorize a drug. What do you mean by memorize a drug? So in this, we learn every drug, we read every drug from different books. We try to memorize those key points, or we try to memorize the things, but then again after some period of time, or after some time, we just forget everything about that particular drug. We don't remember anything about it. So why this is happening? This happens due to lack of revision. Why lack of revision, or what exactly happens, why we forget, is due to we don't study a drug in a particular or in a proper manner. So today I will be tell you that proper manner, how to study the drug. I'll be sharing you some tips to remember. So firstly, we need to study about the source, from where that drug comes from. Why we need to study? Just because we'll get a common characteristic features of that drug. That particular drug belongs to that source. Then what are the common features into that? What are the common things which lie into that particular source? You will come to know, and by that you will get an idea of that drug, what that drug is, what that drug belongs to. This thing you will get from source. So in source you will come to know a characteristic features, then part used, from what that remedy is made up from which part that remedy is made up from. This you will come to know. Why this is important? For example, cantharis is made up from Spanish fly. Yeah, so this is used as irritant. Why it is used as irritant? Because it has a irritant property. So in mental of that patient, you will get excessive irritability. All the complaints when they are started, or when the patient is in pain, or when there will be mental irritation or physical irritation is seen, itching, irritation, this will be the key point of that cantharis. So we need to know the part used. Then in kingdom, so many characteristic features lies in the particular kingdom. Like in animal kingdom, there is disappointment of love, there is anger, there is survival skills present, there is behavioral disorders present, anger, revenge, this thing is present. So you will come to know that these things are lies into this remedies, or the mentals will be of this kind of things. Then class, similarly. Then sub kingdoms, that only comes. So by origin you will come to know some and the other physical or mental characteristic features of that remedy. So many features are running through that particular remedy, by which we come to know the characteristic and a particular source of that drug, and we'll get the idea of a drug. That's why source is important. Then doctrine of signature, this is more important. Okay, why it is important? Just because if that particular drug or that particular remedy has that action, or it has that behavioral action, then this will be also seen in the patient. It will be always and always present in mentals as well as in physical characters. Okay, so doctrine of signature is most important to remember of that particular drug. Next is sphere of action. So in this you will remember a sphere of action of a drug. This is more important, where that particular drug acts on a particular system, where does it acts, or what organs or what part does it includes. This we have to remember. Why we have to remember? If the drug acts on a particular system, then we should remember the key points of those drugs, differentiate the differences in between the two drugs which acts on a same system. By this we come to know the comparison of the drug. We'll compare one drug with the other drug. When we'll compare those drugs, the system of a drug. Okay, here compare a system of two different drugs. Okay, and then we'll come to know what are the key points of that particular drug, and what are the key points of the other drugs in the other drugs of a particular system. For example, headache of aconite and headache of belladonna, or headache of other drug, will be different. but what are the similarities and what are the dissimilarities in between, that we need to compare, so that we'll understand this particular drug which we are learning. Remember the guiding symptoms. Why we need to remember guiding symptoms now? In this, we'll have to remember the key points. Okay, key points of what? Key points of mental general, physical general, and physical particular. If you will remember all these key points, then we'll come to know what are that remedy acts on, or what that remedy contains into. So you have to remember the key points of all these systems. Learn through any way, like learn through pictures, learn through mnemonics, or use Allen keynote, but we have to focus on the guiding symptoms and the key points of mental general, physical particular, and physical generals. Keep in mind that we have to focus on mental generals. More on mental generals you should focus, and see that what are the similarities in the mental general and the physical general. See the link in between these two. Then coming the fifth point, that is general modalities. So what are aggravating and the ameliorating modalities? We have to keep in mind that we should know what are the aggravating and ameliorating modalities, so that it will be helpful to know the key points of that. Remember the key points of aggravating modalities and the key points of ameliorating modalities. More than amelioration, keep in mind about the aggravating modalities. Why? Just because if we will introduce a medicine, or if we prescribe the medicine, do not give the medicine when there is aggravation period of that medicine. After the aggravation is done, then you have to prescribe the medicine. So for that thing, and also will ask to avoid those things from which the aggravation starts to the patient. So this is important for that. So remember moreover on the aggravating modalities. Then remedy relationship. Why this is important now? So this is important while comparing the drugs and differentiating the drugs. So many drugs are compared, like so many drugs are, I think every drug is seen very similar or very closer to each other. We can't properly differentiate, but there are some characteristic features, there are some key points, or there are some PQRS symptoms which are helpful in the differentiating the remedies. So moreover, focus into this thing. So learn to know what are the remedy relationships of the drug. So the last paragraph is the most important paragraph in every drug. Try to learn the group study. When you will do a group study, you will come to know what are the key points of that. I have made some videos on that too, you can go and check it. And we will do the group study, you will come to know the characteristic features, what is the exactly the running gene present in that particular remedy, that thing you will come to know. And if you will come to know one drug or one group, then you will know the hundreds of drugs from that particular group, and start comparing one drug with the other drug. Start comparing the complaints of one particular drug to the other particular drug. This will help you learn more, and this will help you memorize or the sphere of action. What is the main action of that particular drug on a particular system or a particular organ? This thing you have to remember. Then you can write, or then you can take a catch of that particular drug. So this will also help you to memorize a drug. And if you like my video, then do like, comment and share. Also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.